Hello everyone, welcome back to our complete ABAP plus HANA core on Srijan Institute and Training Center YouTube channel. So till now what we have done here, we started with our very first chapter which was data dictionary, and we have discussed the various kinds of topics. We started with the domain, data element and creation of a table, and we also have stored a lot of data into both our header and item table. Then we also discussed the concept of a structure which was include and append. Now, next important topic that we have in this chapter is views. So, what is a view? Now, a view is a virtual table. That means a view does not have any data. So, your view is not going to contain any data. What it is going to do, it will bring the data from the table and then it is going to represent it to you. So a view is nothing but it is a logical database and it does not have any kind of data. It is going to bring the data from the tables and then it is going to deliver it to you. So a question can arise in your mind. What is the difference between a view and a table? So a table has data but view does not contain any data, or you can say that a table is a physical database but a view is a logical database. Here physical database means that table is actually going to contain data, but view is a logical database. It will look like a table but it is not going to have any own data. It is going to bring data from the table itself. So this particular view will bring data from the table and then it is going to send it to you so that you can perform whatever operation you want. Now what is the use of this view concept? Why view was necessary? So let's take a requirement. We had a header table and a item table. Now what I want to see the data of both header and item table at once. That is, this is my header table. Let's check it out. I will go to S11 transaction code and I will give the name of my employee underscore tab, and you can see here was modified during the run. Oh, wait a minute. S11 employee table change, activate it. Okay, content. I'm not able to see the data. Okay, no issue. We will go to SM30 and we will give the name of our employee table. So we are able to see the 5 records here. Now the question around here is what I don't want to see the data from SE11 transaction code. I don't want that. I want to see the data of all employee table and project details table. What I want is that I want to see the data of these both tables at once. So this kind of requirement can be fulfilled by the concept of view. So using view, you will be able to see data of multiple table at once. You will be able to maintain data of multiple tables at once. Maintenance means creation, insertion, updation, deletion. So this kind of steps, if you want to perform in a particular table, what you can do, you can use this concept of views in SAP. So what are the various kinds of view? In SAP, we have got 4 kinds of view, out of which the first one is database view, then we have this projection view, then we have this maintenance view, and then we have help view. Let's discuss these views one by one. So a database view is a collection of one or more database table. That is, if you want to see the contents of a single table, you can use this database view, or if you want to see the contents of multiple tables, you can use this concept of database view. So it is a collection of one or more database table, and you will be able to see data of multiple table at once. But there will be a prerequisite. A prerequisite will be necessary here. So the prerequisite will be that whatever table that you are going to use here. So if you want to use multiple tables for your requirement, then that tables must have a relationship between them. So a prerequisite is necessary here, that for if you are want to see data of multiple table at once, then those tables must have a relationship between them. For example, suppose you want to see records of multiple tables. So instead of going to each table, you can create a database view and see the record at once. You will not have to go to each table, or you will not have to go to SM30 for each table and see the contents. For example, here you can see here I am seeing data. Now if I want to see the data of my project table, I will have to give the name of my project table, then I will go for display tab, then I will be able to see data of my this particular table. So this one is a necessary step here, that if you want to see data of multiple tables, so instead of going to each table, you can create one database view and see the record at once. Then the second one that we have is projection view. So comparing with database view, projection view is only applicable to single tables. That is, if you want to see data of a single table. Now a question can come to your mind, that if I want to see data of a single table, why I will have to create this projection view? I can simply go to SM30 and I can see the data of my item table here. Why should I create a projection view and fill more space in my database? So let's take an example. Suppose here you have 4 columns, but you only want to see data of a particular column. Then if you are using SM30 or AC11, you cannot achieve this particular requirement. So if you want to see a data for the only particular columns, you can directly create a projection view and you will be able to see the data. So projection view is only applicable to single table. Then we have this maintenance view. So we can also use the concept of view to maintain data in our table, and for that purpose we can create maintenance view. So the maintenance view, the purpose of maintenance view will be to maintain data in multiple tables. That is, we will be able to maintain data in multiple tables. We can maintain data in multiple table at once using the concept of maintenance view. And a prerequisite for this maintenance view is tables should have a relationship between them. That is, if you want to maintain data in multiple tables, both the table must be linked with each other via some foreign key relationship. That is, maintenance view can be used to maintain data in the tables. Then there is a mandatory step for both the maintenance view and help view. That is, for maintenance view, take MANDT field in the maintenance view. So MANDT field is mandatory. Then we have help view. So help view is not used for seeing the data. It is mainly used in case of search help, and when we will be implementing the search help, I will show you the use of this particular help view there. And there is a prerequisite for our help view, that tables should have a relationship between them. That is, if you are using help view, then if you want to pass multiple tables in that particular help view, then the tables that you will be using there must have a relationship between them. So for maintenance view and help view, not more than one record should exist in the dependent or secondary table. Now this is a very important concept here. So let's take an example. In my current requirement, in my item table, we can see for a single employee ID, there are multiple employee ID here. You can clearly see here for a 101 employee ID, we have got here multiple records. So for maintenance view and help view, there is a mandatory step that your item table should not contain more than one record corresponding to a single record in your header table. So if your item table consists of more than one record correspond to a single record in header table, then in that situation you are going to get a error, that relationship with unsuitable cardinality. So when we will be creating maintenance view, then we will be able to see this particular error. So to avoid that situation, your header and item table must have a one-to-one relationship. Then you will be able to create this maintenance view. Now let's start with the implementation part. For that purpose, I will go to database view and I will show you how we can create it. So let's go to S11. First, I will copy the name of my transport request and package. I will go to display button. This well 38 is my package. Package name will be this one. Okay, so go to SE11. We will select this view radio button and I will give the name of my view here. So ZSI underscore database view. I will give this name for my database view and I will click on this create button. Then select the database view radio button and click on OK. Now this is the particular view where you are going to create this. In this section you will be able to create your view. So first provide a short description. So I will provide a short description here as database view. Now in the table section, let's take a requirement that I want to fetch data. I want to see data of multiple tables. So I will give the name of my header table here, underscore employee underscore tab, and I will click on relationships. Select the dependent tables radio checkbox and click on copy. As soon as you will click on copy button, just below your header table you will be able to see the item table, and in the join condition you can clearly see that employee ID of my header table is equal to employee ID of my item table. So this is a join condition that has been applied. Now in the view fields tab, I will go there and I will select the table. I will select the fields of both tables. So I will click on table field. First I will select header table and I will select the fields one by one. Let's select all the field from here, salary, currency, copy. Then we will go to table field and I will select the project table. Then we will select project ID, project name and project location. Click on copy button. So all the fields of both tables are there. Now I will click on activate button. Let's assign the package name and transport request will be 38. Yes, the 38. Click on yes and you can clearly see there is no error. Now let's check data. So for seeing data we will click on contents tab. And click on execute button. So see here, we are able to see all the records from both the header table and item table. Here you can see this project ID, project name and project location, and before that we are able to see the data of my employee table. So this is a very beautiful concept of database view that we can create it using SE11 transaction code. So I hope this definition is clear how you can create this database view. The steps are very clear. We will go to SE11, we will select the view radio button, give the name of your database view, click on create button, select this database view radio button, press OK. Then we will provide a short description here. So once you will provide a short description, now you will go to table section and you will give the name of your employee table. Then you will click on the relationship button, and in the relationship you will be able to see all the dependent tables there. So select the checkbox which you want. Then by default a join condition will be applied on. Then click on this view fields and select the fields from both the tables that you want. Now activate the database view and click on contents tab and click on execute button. You will be able to see all the records. So this is how you can create your database view. Let's then create the projection view. So projection view is only applicable to single table and we can select those fields whose data we want to see. So let's start with the creation part. I will go to SE11 transaction code. Here I will give the name of my projection view. So ZSI underscore projection. Then I will click on create button projection view, click on OK button. Provide a short description. Projection view. Now in the basis table, just paste the name of your header table. So I will give the name of my header table employee underscore tab. Press enter. Now click on table fields. Select the fields that you want to see. Click on copy button and you can see all the fields, data element, data type, length and short description, all of them are coming here. Now click on activate button, assign the package and transport request, and you can see there is no error. Now we can use this projection view to see the data of our employee table. So this is how we can create our database view and projection view, and we also saw what are the types of views in our SAP, and in the next part we will discuss this maintenance view and help view. So thank you very much for watching this video. We will meet again. Till then, keep learning.